So we're going to try and do something like this. Might work. We'll give it a go. So I'm going to go for the polar grid tool. As you can see, it makes a big target thing. With the arrow tools selected, you can use the up and down to reduce and increase the concentrics. Use the left and right to increase the radials. Hold shift to expand it without warping it. Align to artboard, that will help. Okay, so looking at that, they did actually have some concentrics, which I got rid of. Let's start that again. I'm just going to hide that because it might be useful. Something like that. I'm going to bump up the strokes a bit. And I'm going to go to Object Expand. Then I'm going to go to the shape and just knock out the... There you go, a bit of op art for you. Wow. Okay, right. That's something to work with anyway. Let's just check a reference. Okay, let's get this done. I'm going to copy and paste that. I'm going to paste it into Photoshop. Comes up with this dialog. I'm going to start off with it as a smart object. I'm just going to imply a gradient overlay there. Double click on the layer, obviously, or not. I'm going to go to iridescent for now. So the layer styles dialog seems to have been left behind in about 1998 by Adobe. It's inconsistent with the rest of the UI, but it's a very useful part, you know, of what's going on here. But let's check our ref. It's not got an obvious gradient on it. We'll just leave that for now. I'm going to change the color of the background to something dark. Again, just using a layer style because I like to be able to change it. Make it a little bit darker. Thought I'd just drop a layer mask on there. Alright, let's just get some text on there. I'm going to bump that up huge. Let me get rid of hyphenation. Okay. Reducing the line height, bumping up. I kind of want to get it on 3 lines maybe. Again, a gradient overlay. Let's go for I'm going to just drop a gradient layer like that and flatten it. This is probably a bit of a hacky way to do this, but I'm just going to liquefy that and using a big brush, just push it around a bit. Okay. And there's the text clipping mask. So you know how to do that. I just use the shortcut, but layer, create clipping mask. It'll just drop it into the layer below it. It won't work if there's a layer style on that layer. The layer style will overwrite it, annoyingly. Anyway, there's stop bovine exploitation. I'm just going to copy this image actually to color, so we can color pick it. That's nice. Okay, so I've dropped that same gradient over this and I'm just playing around with the layer styles. It's always worth a go. Okay, so there's a lot more black in their one than in ours. The pattern is actually only really visible inside the text. So let's get rid of that text for a sec and let's just write one thing. Make it huge. Okay, that was stuck in a clipping mask. We don't want that. I'm going to find a chunkier font. Super chunky. Clipping mask on that. Now I guess I can duplicate that layer, just Alt drag or copy paste it, I guess. Actually, Control J is a duplicate layer. I'm just going to fade that one right back into the background. Maybe gives me a bit more holographic feel. Get some slanty text on there. And justify it. Again, so we just want a gradient overlay on that. I might try and apply a blur to the center of this smart object. I really only want it applying to the center, so I'm just going to mask it out. That's kind of getting there. I mean, yeah, I mean there's a lot of work to do to make it more convincing. We could do a really there's like lots of subtle colors in the background of this one, which is really nice. So we could try and mimic that a little bit more. I'm going to leave it at that for now. Alrighty.